to go. Yes, we are. Okay. So,
Okay.
yeah, all good?
See.
Awesome.
Yes, I have my coffee and also now my character sheet. So coffee first, then the character. That's coffee is more important.
Yeah, I actually completely agree. So, in the last episode, you were still at the mercenaries camp, and it was the annoying halfling that kind of spotted you on the top of the camp, but Cedric decided to kind of boldly step forward and confront him. And it was exactly at that point in which Night Scale emerged from the cave opening, and you three kind of stood in front of Renari, and you had kind of this exchange between Cedric and Sylvius. So you basically kind of used your wit and wisdom, and you made the halfling look a little bit ridiculous. During all that exchange, basically all of the crowd, all of the people, if it's kobolds or mercenaries or cultists, they were basically looking at you and at Nightscale, who turned out to be some form of a half-dragon creature. She's humanoid. She was wearing like this ferocious armor, really kind of an awe-inspiring character. So everyone were looking at that scene, and during that, the rest of the group decided to kind of slip into the unguarded cave. You found the interior hot, moist, and you basically used the rhymes that you were given to kind of explore some of the complex chambers, and you found 2 dragon eggs, if I remember correctly. One was on top of an altar to the Dragon Queen, which kind of coincides with beneath the skull of Fang and Horn, and another one was hidden in a pool connected to an underwater cavern, and that was kind of it related to the bath in Crimson Tide. Mel destroyed the egg, right? That you found in the pool, and it was Lythorn who tried to flee the room, the altar room, with the egg in his hands, while there were kind of dark paladins guarding the area, and you started a fight with some of them. After the scene outside kind of ended, Cedric went up with this gnome who showed him a secret opening into the same complex, and you descended with her. She basically said that her employer wants an egg. She didn't really elaborate more than that, I think. And as you kind of as you descended into the complex, you saw basically Enhal is fighting with one of those paladins, and Mel was out of sight. Eliath was fleeing the altar room with an egg in his hand, and at that point, she decided to thrust a knife into your back, kind of get rid of you, because now she has the prize in front of her. And I think this is where we stopped.
So, who was it with the knife in the back? I mean,
That was me.
yeah, you got but that was the person who wanted us to steal the egg, right?
And the gnome that wanted to get one of the
Yeah,
eggs.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is where we stopped. Did I get it right? Anything you guys want to add?
I don't know. Maybe change the Kedrick boldly went out of there to stupidly went out there to make a fool of himself. But hey, it worked.
It definitely worked. Okay, so let's do this. I do have the last. I actually have the last initiative order, so I think that we can simply start with that. So we were just with Cedric's turn being over, so it is Enhel, who is still fighting the one of the the dark cladded paladins over like in this complex. So basically, it's kind of a to kind of remind you that the setting you passed like a very tight cave. You have reached kind of a T intersection, sort of. To the right, it's the room in which Mal found the pool, and to the left, it's basically the room that Eliath found the dragon avatar, and there's another corridor leading to where Cedric is standing. Behind him is the gnomish woman.
Okay.
I do have a quick question.
Yeah.
That dagger stab, was that like 2 points of damage, or is that I'm bleeding out now?
So let's kind of figure it right now for dramatic effect. So it is a sneak attack. That's a 28 points of damage.
I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I'm sorry, Enhal, that the metal, the plate I did have cast the heat metal on the plate mail of the Dark Knight, so that turns cold again now as I drop down gurgling blood.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. So
I'm only held up by the dagger right now. Let's put it like that.
So from where Enhal stands, being a human and being dark, can he notice that Cedric
That's a
is down?
good question. Make a perception check with advantage, because you definitely hear the as he kind of chokes on his own blood.
17.
Yes. So you kind of as you fight the paladin, you kind of manage to get a glimpse, and you see basically Cedric falls head down, but you do notice behind him a shadowy figure, short one, and it seems like she's pulling a rope or something like that, or maybe a whip.
What's the distance between Enhal and Cedric?
I would say something like 20 feet, but it's kind of,
Okay. Okay. So how can I play this? Well, Enhal will try to disengage from the paladin
okay.
and run towards Cedric. I don't remember if stabilization is an action or a bonus action, but I'll try to go as close to him as I can.
Okay.
Shouting at the gnome to stop right there.
Okay, so you run toward Cedric, and you find this gnome. She's just pulling her short sword out of his back. Obviously, she was probably trying to hide as she saw you, but failed completely. And you do see a whip in her hand as she kind of pulled it from her pocket. The guard that you just left kind of shouts at you, "Coward! Get over here!" But he kind of tries to snatch you, but you're gone. So you are standing there in front of her. Do you want to try to heal him or something like that, stabilize him?
I am out of action for this turn.
Okay.
I will keep it for the next.
Okay. So this is okay. Okay.
Now I am in melee range, to understand, with both Cedric and the gnome.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Cool.
Mal, you were in that pool, and if I remember correctly, there was another guard there. He dropped his sword and tried to kind of strangle you. But I kind of phased out, like, how did you escape him? I think he just completely missed you, right? It was... Yep.
He missed me because of my shield spell.
Oh, right. That's a good one. So he turns around, still with a crazed look in his face.
And I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I had used my bonus action to hex him for strength, and I had used my reaction for the shield spell, and I was going to disengage and run away.
Okay. That's so you are first in the initiative. So this is exactly after, as far as I can see it, his turn. Unless I'm completely mistaken. I don't think I'm completely mistaken. Wait. No, you're correct. Sorry. This is it. So actually, Mal, this is your... sorry, Eliath, your turn, because we're starting a new turn. So Eliath, then Mal, and then the guards, and then Enhal, unless Cedric wakes up in the middle. So Eliath.
To my right is I see Cedric, I guess, bleeding to death with Enhal next to him from the entrance to a tunnel, and then in front of me I see the tunnel with the two paladins fighting, right? Then I think as I'm out of spells, I just sort of lift the egg and yell at everybody, look, here's the dragon egg, stop, and see if I can get everybody's attention.
Ooh, interesting. So do you kind of try to intimidate everyone to hold their position unless you smash it or something like that? Or is it just kind of...
I just to make it easier, I just want to get their attention.
Okay. In this
to
case,
get them to look at me.
Yeah, so definitely, as you kind of raise the egg up and shout, both the guard who was after Mal is kind of holding, and the one running after Enhal is also stopping for a second. Seems like you have got your moment in the spotlight. What do you want to say or do?
Then I sort of like somebody who doesn't know how to play basketball, I just granny shot the egg in the middle of the room as high as I can and be like, here you go. And I, as soon as I let go of it, I want to run towards Enhal and well, I think Enhal, you got him. I think I'm gonna run towards oh, sorry, I forgot your character's name. The little girls.
Mal.
Rufus.
Mal.
Yeah, I run toward. I just want to dive through as everybody's trying to hopefully go after the egg. I want to run towards Mal.
Okay. So
see if she needs any help.
So you might collide head on. Like if your plan works, you might collide head on with the guard inside of the pool room in which Mal is still on. So
well then no, I'll run the other. I'll run to Cedric and see if I can get him up.
Okay, so make a dexterity check to see that you're not throwing it too hard to hit the ceiling.
That'd be awesome.
Don't throw like me, like, ugh, like, ugh, and then it lands like right in front of you.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Nat 20, it's fine.
Amazing. So you kind of throw it and run towards Cedric. The gnome. She opens her mouth like, what is going on? So that's Goliath. And Mal, what do you want to do as you see the egg kind of curve towards the ceiling, just barely touching it, and then starts to curve back?
What is the guard next to
He's
me
trying to run to the egg. Yeah. Kind of drops everything and
he did already drop his sword, that I do believe you picked up, Mel, last time.
Yeah.
His sword.
Yes, I picked up the sword. So if he runs and he was engaged with me, attack of opportunity, right?
Yes, of course.
Well, I will do that first. I will use the bag and put it over his head.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay.
Let's see how it works. If it works. Where my dice? What do you want me to roll? Dexterity?
Make an attack roll.
Attack roll with what? How do I do this?
Yeah, whatever. Trying to, you know what? A dexterity check is fine. You trying to kind of hop on his back and put the bag on top of his head, which is awesome.
It should show up. 17.
Okay. So let's see if he kind of. Okay, you. So you want to kind of lunge on his back and just put the bag. And do you want to stay on him or just kind of drop off him? Like, how do you want to?
Yeah, well, I want to make sure the bag is over his head. The cat is in the bag again. And then, well, if I can stay on him, no, because if that thing swallows him, yeah, but my bag. Well, now I put it over his head. No, take this! And I'll jump off again and see what happens. Better safe than sorry.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, he has to make a strength check, which unfortunately is hexed for. So sorry about that.
Let me see. When part of a living creature is placed in a bag. Okay, roll a. Oh my god, roll a percentile die and let me know the score. Like above 50 is amazing.
Above 50.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, damn. How does it work?
If you're trying to do it on Roll20, then it's /R and then D100.
/R?
Yeah, space and then D100.
D100. 61. Yeah.
All you see is like the bag stays in the air, and then you can hear like all kinds of munching and crunching noises, and then you can see its kind of legs being pulled up, and kind of blood and gore drop on the floor, and then the bag stays up in the air and then falls on the floor.
Okay. That was quick. Oh, that was quick. Nice. Thank you for that. I say to the bag.
Then the bag belches, and like a crunched and deformed piece of its breastplate is kind of bleh.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I grab the bag again, and then I casually look around the corner. So what's going on there? Anything more interesting?
Okay.
Hey, what are you guys up to?
So at this point,
I cough out some blood.
At this point, two things happen simultaneously, but we'll see who kind of gets there first. So the gnome, being so kind of nimble, she kind of takes a step back, avoiding your attacks of opportunities, and then she kind of flings the whip towards the egg. At the same time, the guard that was fighting Enhal is kind of, Terminator-like running and trying to jump to get to the egg. So the whip miserably fails because it kind of, well, it should have hit the egg, but instead it hits the armored gauntlet of the guard, who simply kind of grabs the egg midair and then lands, almost kind of cracking the earth, with the weight of his armor. So he lands with the egg in between his hands. And
Does it break?
that's a good question. I will have him.
It just slips out.
Yeah, no, kind of
That'd be so good.
an opposite strength check to see if he kind of smashes it. No, he.
I'm gonna hex him.
Can you?
My hex victim is gone, so I can hex another one.
Oh, is that like something you can snap? Like
Yes.
outside of your turn? Is it like a reaction or something like that? That would
I
be
think
interesting.
You have to use a bonus action on your turn.
Hang on. If the target drops to 0 before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action. Next turn.
Next turn. Okay. So he managed to grab the egg, and then that's a problem. He will retreat. He will try to squeeze through the thin or the narrow cave from which you came. So he kind of grabs it, go to the side, and then starts to retreat toward that narrow part of the cave that leads to the opening of the entire complex.
He didn't get grappled by the whip?
No, it was like flat.
Ah, damn.
Yeah. So that was him. The other one is gone. Oh. So the gnome basically kind of the whip slaps its gauntlet and returns to her, and she kind of raises her head toward Eliath and Enhal, and she kind of smiles at both of you like awkwardly. She will. That was bonus action, so she will try to flee. Actually, so she rushes back to the room through which you descended the chimney, and she will kind of get, I don't know, something like 3-4 feet above the ground, starting to climb back. So you have the egg on the other side, on one side, and the gnome thief on the other. So we are back with Cedric, who needs to do
Yes.
a death saving throw.
Well, it's a 10, so a success.
Oh, good.
But not a natural 20, sadly. That would have been better.
And Hal, what do you want to do?
So I suppose I will heal Cedric for 4 because that's all I have with my action.
So, Cedric.
And I will start following the paladin with the egg.
Okay, awesome. So you definitely managed to kind of get to the full distance. Make a dexterity check as you try to kind of also squeeze through the thin or the narrow cave. You can hear his plate kind of scratching against the wall.
Natural 1.
Oh, so you're stuck, dude. Come on. Okay. Back to Eliath. So you've heard Enhal getting himself stuck in the
again
tight tunnel.
Well, I guess as I ran up to Cedric, I didn't know what to do, but then healed him. So then
Cedric
I go after him.
I will open up and say, "Oh, thank you, Elias, you saved me."
Yeah, don't mention it. And I run behind Enhal as well. And as I'm guessing I'm squeezing through as well, but it's easier for me.
Definitely easier for you, but he's stuck.
Kick him as hard as I can.
Make a strength check.
18.
Oh, 18. That's awesome. Enhal, you kind of feel...
What the fuck, dude?
Poof.
Right in the ass.
So he kind of butt kicks
Ouch.
you straight out of the tunnel.
If I can use an attack action still?
Yeah, I'm assuming that this was your action.
Okay.
As you kind of go ahead.
Then yeah, that's it. And I'll just move through if we can.
Okay, as you emerge back into the main chamber. So if you remember, there was the area through which you came, and then there was the mushroom grove, and to the left of you is the exit to the camp. So you can see 5 kobolds lined up, wheeling what appears to be wooden crates full of loot from the inner section of the complex to the exit. And they kind of look at you, baffled, like, what's going on?
I just salute. Like, of course.
They kind of, all 5 of them salute in the wrong way. Like one of them like this, one of them like this, one of them like this. Like they're not sure what exactly to do. But they kind of, yeah.
I shake my head disapprovingly and say, "Where did the egg went? Where did the paladin with the egg go?"
And they kind
in Draconic.
Oh yeah, exactly. So now they were kind of huddling, like, what the fuck did he say? So they motion at the entrance to the cave. So he went outside.
The mushroom cave.
What?
Oh, he went outside.
Outside.
Okay. Damn. Then I guess if I have enough time, then I ask him, "What's in that cave?" I point to the mushroom cave.
It says food.
Where's the third egg?
Oh, in the it's 1, 2, 3, 4, inside. And he kind of points after the grove, after the fungus grove, and he points over there and says, "You see a room with curtains inside." And as you kind of point, like, pour, you can see after the fungus grove there is like a section of the cave that kind of rises, split, and one of the entrances is kind of blocked with what appears to be leather-like curtains. So he points at that room.
I just say, "Okay, go get the egg and bring it to the room with the black egg right now."
They kind of we're not supposed to, we're not allowed to. It's forbidden.
Yes, you are. I'm telling you. Yes.
They kind of huddle. Make a deception check. They look at you like, "Who is this guy? Why is he telling us to do stuff that we're not
just play the
allowed?"
warlock. 15. -1.
They kind of nod and start to trot. Like they leave the crates and they start to trot toward the fungus grove, and then they go to the end of the corridor. But then instead of turning left to the room with the curtains, they vanish to the right.
Okay. Well, then I go back into the entrance of this room to hiding, from the entrance of the cave.
Okay.
To make sure nobody sees me.
Okay. So that was Eliath. Mel, what do you want to do?
Okay, bring up the scene for me again, please. So I got one of the black cards in my bag. I have my bag. I looked at the scene unfolding.
Yes.
So I saw them run this way, and I saw the gnome run that way. But how far is each?
Basically, from where you are, you saw Eliath and Enhal run kind of out of your room to the left, which is something like 20, 30 feet, not more than that. And then you can hear them, or at least Eliath, kind of speak with someone. Where did the egg go? And then some yapping and howling in Draconic. The gnome was basically to the right in the opening of a room. The Cedric's blood is still there, and Cedric is still there. and she went behind him. You believe that this is a little bit more, like something like 40 to 45 feet, something like that.
And do I still see the gnome?
No, she's gone into the room through which Cedric entered the complex.
Okay. And so how far is Cedric away from me right now?
Something like 20 feet.
Is he getting up, or does it seem to be getting up?
Cedric, are you getting up?
Yeah.
Okay, so I go over and rejoin with him. Hey, Cedric. How are you?
Hi.
You look you've looked better. Sorry to say that, but you
yes,
should have seen the other guy.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure I didn't miss anything interesting.
Ah. So, what should we do? We follow the others.
I was out for a bit. I'm not sure. There was this gnome lady that I think we had a thing with, but then she stabbed me.
Yeah, I'm
And the
sorry to
others
hear
went,
that.
yeah, they went that way after something.
Let's join our friends.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'll join the others.
Awesome. So in this case, you're out of combat, and you basically go through the narrow cave, and you find both Anhal and Eliath there in front of 5 wheeled carts full of loot, and the both of them are just kind of standing there. And well, Eliath is kind of hiding. Anhal will tell us what he's doing.
So, by the way, I have the dead red dragon fetus, right?
Yes.
Great. Going to go in my collection. The
That's
first dragon I killed. Ha!
That is disgusting.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
My aunts will love it.
Yes, well, as long as you did nothing else super disturbing while I was out, then it's fine. Then
You
I'll
see
allow it.
a halo. Too bad I don't have a minor image
An
or something.
illusion, like, yeah.
Ding! I didn't do anything, but I have a new handbag.
Why is the blood on your head back? No.
Good.
Is anybody else hurt besides me?
I'm missing
yes.
9 hit points.
I'm missing 11.
I'm missing 11 as well, I think.
Okay, well,
Or 9. I'm not sure.
I will start singing some soothing song and casting spells. So each of you will get a cure wounds. So Elias,
Oh,
we'll start with
hey.
you. You get 7. Mel, you get 6.
Eliath.
Awesome! Thank you.
Eliath.
Enhal, you get 8.
As
And then I'll also maybe use one of on myself since I'm missing 20 hit points still.
as Cedric is kind of sings and dances to kind of heal you. You hear some sort of a commotion at the opening of the cave. It seems like a voice that you've already heard, Renari, is speaking to probably that dark guard, and all you can hear is calm the complex. They must not escape.
Damn.
And the kobolds are nowhere to be seen, right? Still.
No, they completely like. Who is this guy?
You can't rely on kobolds for anything. We gotta get out of here.
There is a secret back entrance that I came in of.
My God.
With the nice gnome lady who stabbed me. Which I will mention every time I mention her. She stabbed me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well.
Let's get out of here, no?
Should I try and get the other egg? I could maybe talk my way. They still seem to like me in the camp, but you, Elias, need to get the fuck out and hide.
Wait, leave you again?
Wasn't there some other egg there? I'm hurt. I was trying to protect the eggs. Some gnome was infiltrating us, and she tricked me and stabbed me.
Look, I can't show my face.
Yeah, I know. But I maybe could. It's risky. It's really risky.
I'll watch from here.
No, go hide out the back. So when they go into search, they will find you.
No, I mean, you're gonna go talk to them, right?
I'm going to go into that cave after the. I assume you told us about the kobolds and the curtain room with another egg.
Yeah.
So I'll go there and maybe quickly smash that egg and say, "Oh, that gnome infiltrated the place and tried to protect us."
I mean,
While
Yes,
we are
it's true.
talking, I'm looking around to see if there are any paladin armors, those black armors, so I can disguise and be able to guard Cedric at least if he tries to play this.
So you're basically standing in the room. To the left of you is the fungus grove, and to the right of you, what happened to me? To the right of you is the fungus grove, and to the left of you is the entrance to the cave. Now it's kind of a long corridor and a bit kind of curved, so from that part you can hear Renari and probably the guard and probably some more coming in. You didn't have any time to kind of look through or kind of do more investigation. So either you backtrack as Cedric suggested through the secret opening, or you run into the fungus room and search there, or I don't know, anything else. But other than that, like, you don't see any closets with armor or something like that.
Guys, I believe it's time for a tactical retreat. I think it's too risky.
And I will allow myself to be dragged with them and not do anything. So stupid.
Okay.
Show us
But
the
I will
way.
complain. I will complain about it the entire way out, quietly.
Show us the way.
Come on, I could do it. Well, I guess if you really need me to show you the way, then I'll show you the
Cedric, your clothes have blood on them.
way. I know.
You can't
And
show
the
yourself
stab-
like that.
Look at the stab hole; it went all the way through. Oh right, yes. Well, it's part of my cover story that I still look rather hurt. But yes. Okay, let's get out of here. Let me show the way out.
Okay, so you basically take them to the room through which you entered, and kind of like, this is the first time that you're seeing the room, but it's excuse me, more orderly and tied up than probably the rest of the complex, which was either damp, or geared toward having pools and altars. This is it looks like some sort of a meeting room or something like that. So the question I have to you, like, do you want to spend some time to try and kind of investigate the area and risk the guards bursting in, or do you simply want to go up and there's a chimney
I will tell the others, quick climb out of that chimney. Especially you guys, you need to get. If they find you, then it's bad. And then I will go over to the desk and look through all the papers myself.
Okay, so if you are up the chimney, I need you to make a dexterity check. And you,
no problem.
Cedric, make a investigation check.
Yeah,
9
also
on the
investigate
dex.
for the gnome that left here, if she's still here.
No, she went up the chimney probably.
15 for investigation for me.
Okay. So since you're trying to kind of do it fast, you simply grab a bunch of.
Actually, I'm not doing it that fast again, because as soon as the others are out, I will do a quick. If assuming the others follow my suggestion to go out right away, then I will cast Invis on myself and search, so I don't have to rush it.
Okay, invisibility. Awesome.
Yes.
Oh, good.
I saved one last spell slot for that.
Okay. So Mel, dexterity check.
Yes. 1 moment.
And
Dexterity check
and Hal?
coming right up. 10.
10.
Okay, good. So you three go up the chimney and you find yourself If you remember the camp, it's kind of it looks like a shoehorn. There's a cliff, and then it kind of faces the rest of the camp where all the wagons come in. So you can see that most of the wagons are now turned the other way. And actually there are kobold loading loots on them. Renari's post is abandoned, and so is the guard post in the middle of the camp. So it seems like they have all rushed in. Around you are small bonfires and kobolds kind of huddling around them, but they seem to be paying no attention to you. So you, Cedric, as you kind of search the area, you find a couple of things. One of them is, whoops. So there's basically, in this room, actually, there is a desk, there is a closet, there is a small bunk bed, and just in front of the bed, like to the underside of it, it seems like there is a crate, a small one, or a chest, a small one, that is tucked behind. So what do you want to kind of search as you are...
The desk first, to see if there's like any diary-looking things, letters, papers.
So on the desk you can see a map that is quite simple, and you can see green fields and arrows toward kind of the villages and small towns that raiders have attacked. You can definitely see the town of Baragost and the tradeway that runs kind of to the north. There is a small kind of sketch around it, basically pointing to the north, and in common there is a sentence saying everything must be freighted north to Naritar, and that's that.
I will, try to memorize it, but also take it with me.
Okay. There is also a small book. If you kind of flip it open, you can see that it has like quite bad poetry about dragons.
Is it written in common or?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, maybe some sort of coded. It's the messages. I'll take it along also.
Okay. Next, what do you want to search next?
The crate.
Okay, so you go down and kind of kneel to kind of take the crate, and then you can hear boots. Guards obviously are all over this place, but it seems like most of them ran probably toward the mushroom grove for some reason. But you do hear some of them are investigating the chambers that you just left.
I will continue searching until the doors opens.
Okay.
And when the door opens and people start coming in, then I will quietly and like slowly make my way over to the chimney and climb up.
Okay. There is a very simple lock on the chest. Do you want to try and pick it?
I don't have any lockpicks. So
okay.
I move on to the closet.
Okay. In the closet.
How big is the chest actually?
It's not really big. Like you can tuck it in probably into a backpack or something like that.
I don't have the greatest strength, but I will do it.
Okay. It does rattle. I mean, there are probably either coins or something small and that can make some noise. So
I will still attempt it. I'm sure I can move silently, and I don't have to move quickly even if somebody comes in.
Okay. Next.
Closet.
Okay. As you are about to open the closet, by the way, there's kind of a small plaque, wooden plaque with the name Renari on it, of the closet.
Oh, it's his room. I had kind of hoped it might be the dragon lady, black dragon lady. What was it? Nightscale?
Yes.
Was that her name? Yes.
This was her name. So as you kind of go and kind of you put your hands on the door, two guards burst in. The door kind of opens.
Yes. Then I will like slowly and quietly go over to the chimney to climb up.
Make a stealth check.
Yeah. Do I have advantage or anything, or just go straight?
No, you do.
Well, it's not great even with advantage, but I do have a decent bonus, so a 14.
Okay. You slowly, like there's this weird animal that kind of moves really slowly. A ton of YouTube videos. So you kind of mimic that and go as slow as possible to avoid any noise, etc. And you manage to find yourself at the top, next to 3 of your friends who look a bit worried, kind of to the left and to the right. It seems like no alarm was raised as of yet, but definitely a lot of commotion in the camp below.
The tide.
Oh, hey guys, I found some things. I will
You
say,
can hear out of thin air.
Yes. Oh, right. Yes, I did make myself invisible.
awesome.
Yeah, it will still last a while. I found some things. Then I'll put down the chest, the map, and the book. So they turn visible as soon as I've dropped. I didn't open the chest. I'm not sure what there was some lock on it.
Okay, let's find a safe place to look at these, and I think we have to just leave.
I think so too. But I was.
Yeah, why don't we just leave?
Yes.
And get some sleep.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yes.
By the way, I have this sword here.
Don't swing that around. You'll hurt someone.
So
you have a sword and a dead like dragon fetus, right?
And the
It looks like
dragon
a chicken.
fetus.
Just like a scaly
This
chicken.
will start smelling soon.
I'm gonna reanimate it and make it my pet.
oh my god.
Oh, this is horrible.
Awesome.
That's not good stuff for a little child. Stop it.
So you can either go to even to the south, which you can see from where you are standing, the land become a little bit more rocky, and that's the route to a very large and interesting land called Am. Or you can head actually to the north and kind of retrace your steps toward Greenest. To the west is basically wilderness, and to the east is basically wilderness, and to the west is Baragost. So which way?
We should probably make our way north, and so we can get to Ethereal, wasn't it?
Elturel.
Elturel.
Yeah, Elturel. Yeah.
Elturel
Since we had
is
someone we had to report in there.
yeah. Elturel
But
is to the
I
north.
was thinking that while I'm invisible, maybe I should just go take a quick look in the camp since everybody's searching the caves. I could
Actually,
maybe
you,
go.
you can also free some prisoners there. Those in the middle.
That might be. I could try, but they might still be guarded. I was more interested in maybe looking at information. Sadly, it's only me that's invisible. Prisoners would
do it.
probably just get killed if they try to leave.
I don't know.
Would be a good diversion, though.
I don't want to make prisoners my diversion.
So
well, they would be free then, though.
Free to be killed, yes. We can hope that maybe us or someone more experienced than us could come save them later if they actually survive. If they get
good thinking.
killed right
Or maybe
now,
they survive until we are more experienced.
like you can't see it, but I'm laughing at you. like
Cedric,
us
you
experienced,
can go.
right?
You can go. You can go.
Yeah.
So Cedric,
so,
you kind of approach the cliff. Make a perception check.
That's pretty good. What's my bonus? 19.
Okay, So as you observe the camp, you can see Renari emerging from the cave with the guard that was holding the egg, but now he's not holding it, and he's basically kind of right to the to the bottom of where you stand. So you kind of observe from above. You can't really hear exactly what they were saying, but you definitely hear the word spies, and you definitely hear the word kind of evacuate. So he's off to his post, and it seems like he's trying to rush everyone to load, treasure on more and more carts, and he starts giving instructions. You hear the word Baldur's Gate, but that's like crazy. That's like super far to the north.
Yes, and that's also like a really like good-ish city, and these are creepy cultists. So how can they get in there and like a large militia and everything and walls? That's crazy. I will still try to make my way down into the camp to see if I can overhear other things. If it's possible, go towards the station where Rinaldi had his station, where he cataloged the loot. If it's possible to get near there and maybe take a look at that.
Yeah. So make a dexterity check as you kind of climb down.
Ooh, that's that's a 7.
7.
Yes, that's 7 is good.
Okay. So you are kind of trying to slowly climb the cliff face, finding easy footsteps and trying to kind of make good progress down. And at some point, you kind of lose your grip, and like a barrage of rocks kind of trickle down and fall. Renari is at his post, but the guard, the old one whom you fought, is kind of looking up, and at some point like removes his helmet as he kind of looks up, and you can see on his eyes like what is this? He's like,
I'll hex him for wisdom.
okay. So you kind of hear the falling rocks. You kind of go next to the cliff's face and try to hex him. Make a stealth check just to avoid being seen, unless you have any other kind of trick.
Well, I'm basically extremely cute gold-haired fairy girl, so that if that's it's in itself is not enough, I'll gladly make a dexterity check. Stealth. 5. But he's hexed for wisdom, so his perception is pretty bad.
Yeah.
So a 5.
Yes, but he has disadvantage on his perception.
That's interesting. So what happens first? Does he see you first and then he's getting hexed? Like what's the? It's interesting.
Well, that really depends on. So I don't know. Let's roll initiative and see what happens first.
You know what?
I win.
She's a cute, innocent girl. It's clearly happens for her. Like she couldn't be any like threat or anything. So I'm sure it happens after.
And she looks like an angel.
Yes. I'll take you for the
Almost.
initiative. I'll take you for the initiative. It's a good call. Let's do that. Okay.
Initiative. Why is it not doing anything? Here. 7.
He
Could
is.
be worse.
He is pointing up, and you can see like disbelief on his face, and as he kind of shouts, and Renari kind of turns around, and since the two of you are really kind of listening and honing to what Renari said, he basically says, "So the halfling was not lying after all." As he sees the small child like on the cliff, and then
time to run! Time to run, the invisible one will say, and I will scamper up again.
Okay. So make
This is why we can never rest.
make a strength check as you try
Trying to
to
help.
climb.
Strength? I can't use acrobatics.
Yeah, somersault up or something.
Yes, please. Well, I rolled an 11, so if I could use acrobatics, then it's a 15. If
Okay.
you really
No,
want me to use strength, then it's a 10.
no, 10 is fine. So you manage to go up, and then you grab or you find Mal next to you, and you can see Anhal and Elithlorn face as they kind of look, oh my god, what's going on? And at this point, you can definitely hear like the horns blow at the cave. So definitely found. The problem is basically those like around 30 kobolds that are all around you, and as they hear the horns, they kind of, you know, their heads kind of pop and they look at you like,
Um, I will like join the others and speak like normally, like as we're getting up and getting to, like quickly go to the north. I'm still invisible for like 45 minutes. I will run off to the west and rejoin you later, in like half an hour. And I will scream and like, come on guys, we need to run to the west. Come on, we have to get to, what was it, Baragos? That was to the west, right?
yes.
Yes, we have to get to Baragos, and hopefully, just using my sound of my voice, lead
That's
them that way, and then while I'm invisible, try to avoid them.
I
That's my plan.
I will like make a performance check, like you're trying to kind of project your voice in a grand
Yes.
way to basically convince all the kobolds to ignore three clueless people who are like.
Yes. I'm decent at performance, so that's a 20.
Ooh, that's nice. Mel, Eliathan, Enhal, what do you want to do at this point?
Run and hide.
Yes. Towards north.
Yeah, basically, like if we crest the hill, see the path that has the most wooded, that has the most cover, and then shoot for that.
Okay.
Run for the hills.
Okay.
Hopefully, with the owl, we can signal Cedric back at some point. Because that right then he's got to find us.
Okay, so it seems like most of the kobolds heard kind of the word west and Baragos.
Come on, you stupid girl! Don't fall down now. You need to run. We need to get to Barangos. Come on, quickly, girl! Like, get up, stupid girl!
And you can hear that
Oh.
kind of being projected as the voice is being kind of led to the west. The kobolds basically rise as one, most of them at least, and kind of run toward that.
I will also try to make my voice like more rough, so they can't recognize my voice. Hopefully,
Yeah.
if I run into any of them again.
The rest of you, if you want to run stealthily, then make a stealth check. Basically, what you're trying to do is trying to take cover, run from boulder to boulder to a tree trunk to a tree trunk. Try to find like crevices in the ground to kind of hide in.
Worth a try.
Great job, guys! Great job, guys! I believe in you. Do they
20!
do they have advantage for my distraction?
Oh, that's a good one. They're not trying to hide from the kobolds. The kobolds basically got up and run after you. It's the rest of the camp denizen. So I have.
Yeah, but I'm hoping to like distract the rest of the camp also with my loud voice.
Mel, what was your roll?
20.
20, amazing. Eliath?
Well,
4, but you're muted. So, but I got it.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled 20, but I have disadvantage, so it's 8. The second roll.
Okay, so Mel, you try to lead them, but they, you can see Eliath and Anhal, they bump into each other and trip on all kinds of roots and rocks and make a ton of noise. And at this point, it seems like there is some sort of hunting party that is kind of zooming in roughly on you as you run toward the north. So as Cedric kind of goes away, you basically have a head start. Okay, so the camp is reeling. People are trying to kind of understand what's going on, but it seems like that guard, he is trying to circumvent the camp's tower. He's throwing pieces of armor from him to make him a little bit more agile. He has his or a sword, and it seems like something like 3 or 4 people at his group, and they are trying to kind of run towards you. So you have a head start. What do you want to do?
Was he throwing off plate mail?
Yeah.
Okay.
you
How
kinda-
far is he from the other 3 guys? Or 4 guys
No,
behind?
they are basically a group. They kind of waited for him as he threw kind of equipment and his gauntlet and etc. He left like light armor on so he can actually run.
We're not out of the camp yet, or are we out of the camp?
So you are basically at the back of the camp. He is at the cave mouth, so he's running toward the north and trying to kind of circumvent the camp to find you. So you basically have a head start. You can,
Yeah. Do I see anybody with a horse in the general direction in which we have to run?
Yes, I mean there's a ton of wagons.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah. So
I just look as we're running. I say sprinting, like let's get a horse. Let's grab a couple horses and get out of here.
So where are the closest houses?
So
Yeah.
if you run, if you continue to run on the face of the shoehorn, right? You'll basically meet with the first wagon in. The last wagon in, and you can basically hop on that, untie the horses, and run on them. The problem is that there are only 2 of them.
2 horses.
Or if you want, there's
Well-
another wagon right behind it, but
Well, I mean, Mel is pretty small. I think she can ride with me.
okay.
I'm tiny.
So you
You're
run.
right.
Okay, so as you kind of run on the outskirts of the camp, you can see basically those 3 guards kind of running towards you. But since they are uphill, you're at the top of the camp, so they are falling behind a little bit. You arrive at the wagon, panting and puffing. The people who are on it they step aside, and you actually recognize the 2 soldiers you have put to sleep in the stragglers camp. So as you kind of go to the wagon, they see you and kind of, we don't want any trouble, and they
Don't
simply
cross me again.
exactly.
I
So
make the hex sign.
they kind of leave the horses, but you still need to kind of untie it and do it fast. So if you want to cooperate on that, that's amazing. Make a dexterity check, a group check, and
Can we cut the ropes attaching the horses to
yeah,
the
yeah.
wagon with a sword?
yeah, go for
For-
it. You can try and make an attack roll, kind of slice it.
I want to
Me
do
too.
it without scaring the animals, though. I want to
Yeah.
just to cut the ropes.
Yeah,
So melee attack roll.
yeah,
Okay.
Can I do the other one?
yes,
15 to
Alright.
hit.
yes. Roll
I
damage.
keep the guards in check.
Okay,
17.
okay. You,
Don't move.
2 swings. Damage,
9
please.
damage.
Yes, the rope is cut. Second
The
rope.
rope is killed. All right. Yeah. The damage is wait, that's a short sword, but it's the same. Yeah, no, it's 3 damage, 6 damage.
Okay, so two ropes kind of fall. You kind of lead the horses, U-turn them, hop on them. Who is riding with who?
I'm pretty heavy,
Mel's
so I'll
running me.
ride alone.
Yes. So I'll hop on the horse with Lythorn.
Okay, and then go.
Hey, Lythorn, let's go. And you guys, don't move.
And you kind of
All right, come back for you.
kick their back, and then the horses start to run. You can hear the guards like, "Get the horses! Get the horses!" And you can hear them kind of fall back a little bit more. So you're kind of 2 steps ahead of them, which is awesome. Cedric, what do you want to do in the meantime? It seems like most of the kobolds kind of rushed to the west, lost them a while ago. You do see your friends hop on a wagon, dismantle kind of the ropes, grab 2 horses, and run. So you're basically behind the guards.
Yes. Time to do something stupid again. The camp. How's the camp looking? How much activity is in the camp?
So it seems like Renari is pushing everyone to like move as fast as possible, loading treasure on crates. Sorry, on wagons. Like he's kind of rushing the kobolds to kind of get everything out of the camp, and as fast as possible starts pouring that long line of merchants wagons. Most of them head to the north, at least right now.
Does it look like it would be possible to go in there invisible without bumping into someone and get to his the command post to see if there's any information there? Or
yes.
does Nightscale have some tent or camp, something where she was?
Just a second, I'll close the door. Just a second.